welcome to another episode of the E-Read podcast. I am your host, Liz, and this is my podcast where I talk about wellness and creativity with friends, authors, creatives, and all folks who are in that creative space. And we talk about how to create well, right? To make sure that our mind and our body is in a place to fuel our creativity. And today I have the wonderful Heidi from Hola Books here. And so let me get the announcements out the way and I will bring her up. So announcements, Kickstarter season is coming up June 1st. I will have 30 days to reach my goal to fund the audiobook for book 2, Chasing Nightmares, and my Lyra Sommer series. So make sure to tap the link that is in the episode show notes so that you stay updated on that. There's lots of workshops and book events on the horizon. So if you want to know if I'm coming to a place near you, make sure you tap the link on the website under events and workshops so that you know where I'm coming so you can come say hi to me. All right, I think that is all the announcements I have. Let me bring up the amazing. And let me send the. Oh, there you are. Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself? Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning. And you know what? Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. I don't want any calls disrupting us. It might go away for a second. Okay, am I back? Awesome. Please introduce yourself, Heidi, to everyone. And I'm so excited to chat with you.
I'm so excited and a little nervous to be here. I'm like a grandma with the whole Instagram live thing, you know. If only you all knew what goes on behind the scenes here. Okay. I'm Heidi Monica Romer. I'm the founder and CEO of Hola Books, and it is a literary platform centering Latino and Caribbean authors. Liz, thanks so much for having me here.
I'm so excited. I love your business. I love the direction you're going. And Ola is an acronym, isn't it? Is that right?
Yes. Yes. And yes. And I'm laughing because I ain't gonna lie, when I first started, it was Lord, Heidi's only Latino authors, right? And I was like, girl, stop it. So then but and then I started kind of playing like around with what it could be, and I was like, oh, it could be home of Latino and Caribbean authors. It can be honoring our Latino and
Mm.
Caribbean authors. And just on and on and on. So yes, and then I wanted it to be hola because no matter what, I don't care where you are in the world, okay? Everybody knows what hola means, you know? So
I love that. And jumping in and asking you a million questions already. Like what made you want to start this? What said, you know what, I'm gonna just start a business and I'm going to do this? Like what drew you?
God, you know, I'm trying to I'm gonna do my best to give Cliff Notes versions here, Liz. Your lighting is beautiful, by the way. I gotta get on whatever game you're on because you're like glowing, okay?
It is this one light and like the sun is in like a great place, so I'm like I'm not moving.
Okay. Like
I didn't
I'm
even
like,
have to do a filter today to make sure, because sometimes I'll need to compensate with a filter because it's very dark. I need to figure out the lighting situation over here, but no, like this is just nice sun, one lamp.
okay, no, you like beautiful, and I feel like all dull and gray here, but you look and I'm the one in Florida, and you're the one up north, which is hilarious. But yeah, I just had to point that out. You're like glowing.
Love it.
Yeah. So honestly, what started was I was a part of the Latinas 100 anthology, right? And it was kind of always been a dream to write, to be a writer. Like I've always loved books. I am the nerd. I am put me with books and that's my happy place. So, was a part of an anthology, now three anthologies, but my first story was wonderful. Really healing experience that I
Mm.
I didn't even think that was a thing until I started writing, right? And it is a thing. Like healing and writing yeah, even when I think about it, I get like emotional. But I was part of the anthology, and I loved it. And but to my surprise, I was like, oh, I don't think I want to write a book. I want to help others share their stories. And how does that work? And
Hmm.
then looked at data, which we can get into later. And then the data got me so mad. And that was like part of the catalyst to say, you know what? I'm going to take what I'm good at and what I love, and I'm going to make a business. And they don't teach us
Mm.
that. They don't teach us to do that.
Right,
No?
right. And I love how you said what you're good at and what you love and bridge that together. Because even when I think about my entrepreneurship journey, there's a lot of unlearning about what you should do or
Mm,
all of these things. And it's really you like crafting a life for yourself, you
mm.
crafting this business into yours because the world needs it the same way you craft a book and all of these things. And so I love that you said that. And please share what was the data that really lit a fire in you.
Two big numbers. And I kind of say this everywhere I go because I wanted to kind of like empower people and move people, right?
Hmm.
Like inspiration is great, but action is better, right?
You better preach. Yeah.
Okay? So we're close, Latinos are close to 68 million in the United States right now,
Wow.
right? Like full stop. Less than 7% are published authors.
Wow.
So that means our stories are missing from the cultural record, right?
Mm. Yes.
So that's
And that is
so
a cultural, like that is history, that is a form of history and
yes,
storytelling that we as society as a human, as culture, like we're not getting that. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And I was either gonna hear the number, recite it, and do nothing about it, use it as a talking point, or I was gonna be like, no, no, no. What can we do about it? And not even in a like in an angry way, even though there was anger there. It was more like, okay, what's the call in, right?
Yeah.
And it really kind of evolved very quickly because I really was thinking Latinos, right? And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm Puerto Rican. I live in South Florida, right? There's a lot of, culture, a lot of people from the islands beyond Spanish speaking islands, right? So I go, oh no, I have to purposely include the Caribbean, right? And then another reason for that too was I don't think like like the word Caribbean, or we don't even lean on Caribbean enough. So I was like, oh
Hmm.
no, 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 it's Latino and Caribbean. And then the last kind of quick, evolution was, oh no, it has to be beyond Spanish speaking islands, because what about like Barbados? What about Haiti? What about Jamaica? Right? Like yeah, the Caribbean. So yeah, so that's a little bit kind of about the things that I was thinking about, and really just was like, oh, this is this is my purpose.
Yeah. And as you're talking about going from that call of action to like literal physical action, the last podcast we were talking about how do you go from like idea to book. It's hard to go from idea to business as
Mhm.
well. And I don't know if you can share some of the roadblocks and like what is it that you did to overcome the obstacles of starting a business?
So that's an everyday thing. Like I can't even,
Literally.
right? I can't even. I'm not in a place to talk about past tense, right? Like this is well, what happened was like I'm not even there yet, right? Um, every day I have to hype myself up, and
Hmm.
and this is like a me thing, right? Like you got this. Keep going. You know why you're doing this. You know why this matters. It doesn't matter if this is your first time doing this. It doesn't matter if you're a new entrepreneur. I'm not starting from scratch though. I've been working over 20 years of my life across all sectors. I'm bringing everything that I am into this new experience, but I'm not starting from scratch. So you can do this, right? Um, but it's not easy. Like finances, I'm still figuring that out.
Mm-hmm.
Revenue models, when they're talking about that, I'm like, what? I couldn't even get on Instagram live with you today. Like I didn't even know how to do it, right? so like so that social media, I am figuring it out every day, Liz.
That is so affirming. And like, because like literally like this perception of like you have to have everything figured out when you start business. Like, yeah, it's great, but sometimes you don't have those resources. I know personally I didn't. And so, every day it is a figuring it out. Every day it's a
Yes.
come on, you can do this. Come on. Like it really is a choice every day to show up for yourself in your
Oof.
business. Listen, and I so appreciate that because I think we like to talk about how pretty it is and how the flexibility and all of these things, but there are some negatives that come with that as well. And like, it's a choice. Like, I will take those negatives as opposed to some of the negatives that come with 9 to 5. But
Mm,
again, I love how you
that.
frame that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, tell us more about, this journey and how it's been for you.
I was just, what I was thinking. I feel like we need like a whole other segment, when entrepreneurship feels like entrepreneurship. Like I feel,
Lesson.
because
Listen.
it is real in these streets. Oh my goodness, I'm happy we're talking about this part because when I look at you and what you're doing, I'm inspired. I'm like, look at that post. Look how she did it. Look what she's talking about. Wait, mental health, but she's writing. Wait, kickstart another book. Like, right? But we're not talking about those late nights. Those you work all the time. You work more than ever, right? And yeah, we don't talk enough about that. And there's not one woman, particularly women of color, there's not one that I know that doesn't have their real job and then the business that they're dreaming, right? And that they're
Hmm.
doing, so it's no joke. But you said something that I was like, oh yeah, I couldn't be in a 9 to 5 anymore. You ain't gonna tell me what to do anymore.
I just couldn't do, and like that's no shade to anyone who has to live that life, but like, my mom had gotten 2 knee surgeries last year, and I was so
Um,
grateful for the flexibility of entrepreneurship. I couldn't in this climate have to deal with the boss of like, well, you got to be here for this meeting. No, I'm taking care of her. Like I'm like, I don't care what you say,
wow.
I'm gonna do that. And so I really enjoyed the flexibility, but that also sometimes means a flexibility in revenue streams, right? Like you
Yes.
may not bring in the numbers that feel comfortable or cushy and all of that. And so
Yes.
there's gives and takes, but like and like you have to know that when you go into entrepreneurship. If you're like, "Oh, it's going to be the same paycheck every month like my job."
No.
No.
Yeah.
And you got to, have the lifestyle or shift your lifestyle to be accommodating of that. And sometimes that does mean you're going to do more book
Yes.
events or more launches or more programming or do things to get more clients. And so I think that ingenuity they don't talk about
Mm.
enough when they think of,
Woo.
talk about entrepreneurship. It is um this man, Melvin, he's an author. I went to a book event and he had said something and it still sticks to me today. He's like, you have to make your own opportunities.
Mm.
And I carry that with me every single day when I feel like I might be stagnant or I'm concerned about inflation. You have to make your own opportunities. So what are you going to
Yes.
do to make that up? And that's hard. It's not always easy, but
Yes.
um, like I think that is the part of entrepreneurship that I wish people would have talked about more. It's not just I'm going to
Mm.
write this book and put it out and all this money. There is a lot. And what's interesting about what you do is you are on a different side of the book space. You're not necessarily crafting, you're supporting. And so tell us more about how do you support authors on their journey?
Yeah, and thank you for everything that you just shared too. This is I don't know about you, it's not easy for me to kind of be vulnerable, but this is real talk, right?
It's scary. It's scary. And everyone doesn't understand that. And I so okay, I'm gonna pull back my question a little bit because
Yes.
something that I've been noticing or feedback I get is, oh wow, aren't you tired? Oh wow, why are you doing so much? Like, what has the response?
Ow. Ow.
And I don't know how to take it, but so
Yeah.
I'm just like, living your dream takes some work, So,
Oh,
you
yes.
know.
Oh.
So I'm curious, like, what has been the response to you starting your business?
The response to I think it's been positive, right? I mean, at least forward facing, it's been positive. Um, I haven't got like those particular kind of questions. But if but yes, I'm tired every day. That's my baseline. Exhausted is my baseline, people. Okay,
Baseline.
baseline. But you know. I don't know because I'm getting older or what, but I'm like, like, what's the life I want to live right now,
Mm,
right? Not when I retire, because I'm tired now, so I can't even think about retirement. Well, like, what's the life I want to live right now? And it's not extravagant, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, if you are like, oh, I want this lavish life, right? But right now, it's peace, it's legacy,
hmm
it's how do I make the world feel a little less lonely? How do I bring people together, right? How do I m- be part to increase that percentage of our stories being out there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I have financial stress, but I'm also have never been happier. I've
Literally, like, you are speaking to my soul right now. Like, literally, I am the happiest I've ever been. I have so
mm,
much peace. Is
mm,
everything perfect? No, but like, I'm like, oh yeah, like this feels like alignment, and like that feels
mm.
good.
Yes, I don't think I've ever felt this much purpose. I don't think I've ever felt more aligned like with what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
Um and and yeah, and we're getting deep, right? But before when we were talking about, right, like, kind of I'm not the writer. I'm, supporting the writers and the authors. So, and I'm still learning about things, right? But I think writers and authors may think, okay, the book is published and all these great things are going to happen. Maybe if they do, that's wonderful, but that's not the case, right? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I come in, I'm helping the emerging, it's almost like two lanes. The emerging writer, like, let's help do your book, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I work with Sami Jaime Marrero, and she's the author of Becoming La Jefa, right? Putting my plugs in here,
Please,
right?
yes.
And we're working together to help people self-publish their book. We believe in agency and ownership, and you
Mm-hmm.
need to own your story, right? So that's like kind of one lane. Then
Mm-hmm.
there's the emerging, writer, maybe that haven't gotten started, and it's like, okay, let me help you get kind of your, let's help get your words down. And whether you
Yeah.
want to publish or maybe you just want to write it down for your family, like, what's your historical record that you want to leave, right? So that emerging author can be so many things, right?
I
But
love that you're doing that because sometimes your story is just for you and that's okay. Sometimes it's just for your legacy and that's okay. And I love that you're creating space for that.
thank you. Yes, because we like, our elders aren't gonna be around,
Yes.
or for, we don't know how much longer they'll be around. Let's get your stories down and your experiences down, right? So, you know, that's one thing. And then there's the established author, right? Like, I wrote the book, but whether it's, oh, they're not selling, or they don't know what
Mm-hmm.
to do, or they don't know what to do next, that's kind of, I think, the sweet spot, and I'm realizing it more and more because I kind of come in and I'm like, well, where do you want your book?
Hmm.
And oh, the bookshop. I'm like, wait, yes, but where do you want your book? Is it in the community? Is it in the school? Like, is it in the parks? Is it at a wine club? Like, where do you want your book? Who needs to hear your story, right? What does, how do I help you with social media, right? How do we kind of help you get on that stage if that's what you want to do? How do we help you be that brand authority, right? And increase visibility and like it's like all the things. This is when I start to get excited. I'm trying to calm myself down, but
No, I love it because I think those questions are important because especially for Black and brown authors, we're often told where we can be and what we can have. And what you're doing is you're breaking that mindset and saying, where do you want to be? What is it that you want? What is the lifestyle that, you're giving us agency. And that doesn't just end with a book. That
Mhm,
becomes lifestyle. That becomes everywhere. It just shifts when we are maybe drawing back and not stepping forward. So like I
mhm.
love the questions and the framing that you're helping folks with.
Thank you. Well, that means a lot coming from you because like do people know like you're like in the mental like you help people like in a whole other level than I do so that means a lot coming from coming from you but it's like no with like yeah so I have Hola books the website and it can be as simple as you want your like you want to have your book on my website, let's go, right? Like let's do it, let's make it happen. And then there's the social media and marketing, and then there's the brand positioning, and then it's the events and it's the outreach and so
You're
far.
doing all the stuff that authors don't want to do. The like, I'm introverted and I don't know how to do this. You're like, let's partner. I can help you.
Yes, and like let's go. And it's been pretty amazing and I don't know why I forget to talk about this part. I distribute. I'm a
This
distributor. I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm trying to be like the new go-to, for like you
let's
want your
go.
books shipped. Okay, you want pretty packaging, you wanna bundle it, again, like how do you want to do it? Right? Like how do you want to make it special? So the distribution part has been interesting and thinking of like logistics and outsourcing and um everything that goes on with shipping. I'm doing that too, but I love it. Like Liz, I love it.
Oh,
I
that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy that you love it. And please tell us, you told us about one author, but tell us the books and the authors that you may be working with that you want. Yeah, yes,
Okay, I can do
tell
plugs.
us.
I can do plugs. I can do
Yes, you
plugs. Okay.
can.
All right, all right, all right. So this is though my first story. I ain't gonna lie. What I love about this, the publisher is Adriana Rosales, and her mission is to publish 1 million Latinos by 2030.
Let's go.
And to be part of this anthology is actually free. And she
Oh,
translates it in Spanish as well. And and I could share links with you, Liz.
please.
Submissions are being accepted. So that's also on my website. I love it. Becoming La Jefa by Sammy Jaime Marrero. This is my flagship, like, debut book release. She only sells through my bookshop, Hola
Let's
Books.
go.
Who does that? She was like,
You
I'm
do
not,
that. That's who does that. You.
right? Right? Like, she's like, like, nowhere else but through me. Like, talk about taking a chance, right?
Hmm.
The second book that I'm like wiping that down that came to Hola Books is Calladita No More by Haiti Mendez, right?
Amazing cover.
Look at that. Yeah. I just like that cover is like amazing. The third author I'm working with is Arivi Vargas, Your Time to Rise. Like, look at this cover.
Oh, I need that.
And then the next book, I love this. What the boop is happening to me? Okay. And this couple, Migdalia and Claudio, they're married. They're a married couple. And they also have it in Spanish, which I love it. And
Right? Though,
then
aren't the covers just incredible?
thank you. And then what's on the way is by Martha Nino, The Other Side. and that's on the way. And the other book, it's by Rodney Lopez, and that book is coming out as well. But I don't have the books yet. Otherwise, I would show it. But these are the actual kind of first set of authors that are like, I want to work with you. Yes, I'm selling in different places, but with you, all our books, it's gonna be a signed copy, bookmark, sticker, like
Nice.
yes. And I'm like,
And it
all
hasn't
right,
even been a year yet that you've been operational, right? These are amazing milestones. Oh my God. So, how
thank
proud
you.
of yourself are you?
At this moment, talking to you and like for the first time, this author, I'm like, wow, like I'm doing it, we're doing it. So I'm emotional about it now.
1000%. And kind of getting back to entrepreneurship a little bit. Sometimes you do not realize how far you've come or the milestones because like literally you're in it every day. And then
Yes,
there's like these random moments where it's like, oh wow, that thing I thought I couldn't do, I've been doing it, you know?
yes.
I think about that. I'm about to go to this book event, Imaginarium,
Mm,
and I had been hesitant to talk about it because it's so many emotions. Like I'm going as a fantasy author for the first book I wrote for the first series I completed, and I didn't think I can even get a chapter done. And
wow.
through oh, it can't be fantasy if it's not 600 pages. It can't be fantasy if like all these limiting beliefs, overcoming
Mm,
that. And it's just like, wait a minute, I've done that. Oh, you
mm,
can't write under one pen name with fantasy and mystery. I'm like, wait a minute, but I did, right?
but I
And
did.
listen, and, listener, I charge you to explore today. What is your but I did moment, right? What is the
Mm,
thing that you are doing or that you've done that people told you you couldn't do or that you weren't allowed to do? And like, allow yourself to reflect on that because that helps you to keep going. Sometimes we don't recognize our growth.
yes. Ooh, I feel that should be the challenge for everybody, right? And to be
Hmm.
like, that's right, I did that shit, right?
Come
It's
on.
right. Oh my goodness. I let me tell you, are book people the best? Real talk.
Literally. Literally, no better community, no more support, no better supportive community. I love it. Thank you, Ro. Listen,
I
sometimes
know. I
I
see. I
had
don't
my
know who
tea this
that is,
morning.
but come through. Come through.
Listen, we got to do the podcast with all three of you, with Ro, you, and myself, because like he also is in the creative space doing really amazing things, and it is important. And my question for you is, how important is support system as an entrepreneur and as a creative? Like, how important has it been for you?
It's been everything. And it's actually been recently in my life, right? Like you know how when they're like, I was this years old when I found out I didn't have to do everything by myself, right? And asking people for help has not come easy for me, but I have been, and people are helping in one way, shape, or another. But the support system is everything. Um, you know, has been everything. Like even when I think about distribution, right? That like, Sammy and I have said this story before, but like I didn't even have my logo ready. And she's like, well, you're gonna be my distributor. And I have 5,000 books coming your way. So let's figure it out.
Let's go.
Who what? And we figured it out, right? Um, so the support system is everything. You're part of that support system, right?
Yay. And listen, vice versa.
I mean, Liz, like you're allowing me visibility, right? You're allowing me to share parts of my story, right? Like if you didn't do that, I don't know, right? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So you're a part of that, right? The people who are buying the books through an independent owned bookshop versus going
Hmm.
to the other guy,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You're part of that support system. When you come to an event, and buy the ticket, or or
Yeah.
it's a free event and you bring in 5 people with you, right? So the support system is everything. And I'll take it a step further. It Everything that I, even before I got in, like, really into the book game, right? We're in the
Mm-hmm.
book game officially, right, Liz?
Yep.
Like, I've always been about supporting our community, right? So we're gonna have an event. It's gonna be at a Black or Latino owned business, right? If we are um gonna buy food for the event, same thing. If we're getting
Mm-hmm.
flyers and things made, same thing, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
where I work with, where that my partner that we distribute the books, that's also Latino owned, right? Like, it's this full circle and keeping our dollars in our community as well.
Yes. Yes.
And the last thing I'll add, I was Jennifer Franco is her name, and she is the founder of Fempreneur Poder Hub out in Chicago, right? And I was at an event, and and she was showing, like, talking to me about different women-owned businesses, micro-owned businesses. And she's like, this is economic development too. It's just we're
Mm-hmm.
trained to not think that this is economic development. So we're also
Mm-hmm.
part of that, right? And we're part of
Yeah.
economic growth, right? So just to say, when you say support, I'm like, oh yeah, this is economic growth. This is economic development. This is support, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that came from, but, like, yeah, it's all
But you're right, and like I'm going to be more intentional about labeling those things, because whether you're talking about funding, grants, all of these different things, right? Like, yeah, like this is your economic development, your economic footprint that you're doing within communities. You are pouring into other small businesses with help
yes,
their growth. So, like, yeah, listen, listeners, if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, creative, how are the ways that you are pouring into the community? Like, and create
yes,
that list because it's important.
yes. What does your ecosystem look like? Right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like? And I'll go so far as to say, like, yeah, this is for us. Yes. Yes, it is. But it's also a call in, right? Like,
Mm.
you are welcome, right? Come learn, come grow, come support with us, right? This is It's not about I don't want to be exclusive, right? I almost feel like you can still be inclusive, right? But invite people in. So I'm never on Facebook, but I started getting on Facebook because I'm like, people my age and older, they're on Facebook, right? So I got, like,
Yep.
the Ola Books, like, book group now, and I made sure, like, about us, kind of in a way, like, you're welcome, but be respectful, be
Mm-hmm.
curious, be kind, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so, but all that to say, but this is for us. And
I
I'm gonna
love
think
that.
about us, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
think about keeping our dollars in
Mm-hmm.
our community, right? So,
I love that. I love that you are creating that safety, and like, yeah, like everyone is welcome to the house, but everyone can't go into the fridge. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you come on over.
Oh, that's even. I love you. That has to be. Can you put that on a sticker or a T-shirt? Like you
Listen,
welcome in my house, but
you know, you gotta be here a little bit before you open the fridge. So just hang out. You need something, I'll
right.
get it for you. Just, you just be around.
I love that. I love that. Oh, that was good, Liz. That was a good one.
Oh my goodness. Heidi, you are filling my emotional cup today. I'm so glad we got to connect.
Me too. Me too. Thank you so much. I look forward to us collaborating and us
Yes.
continuing
Because
to
we
be
got a
part.
TikTok live coming up in June. You got to send me the date for. Yes.
Also, June, I should also be talking about another event that I'm gonna have, and I need you to be part of that. So we'll talk offline. But June is Caribbean month,
Mm.
and people don't talk about that enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know June is also Pride Month, an important, time to celebrate love and life for sure. And though it's Caribbean month, so I didn't know that before we, like, decided to do TikTok. I was like, oh, okay. So, oh, get ready. I haven't been on TikTok at all. I have the handle, everybody. So if you went to Hola Books, it's there, but I haven't posted nothing because I don't know how to do it yet. So
And y'all can find all of that in the episode show notes. So make sure to check out that and to support Ola Books and Heidi and the authors that she has. Heidi, please, any last words, any specific way you need us as a community to support you, anything like that?
oh, I would say let's partner. right? If you're thinking about doing something around authors, Latino and Caribbean authors, let's go. Like, let's do it. If you want to see the books that I have on the website, it's hola-books.com. Speaking of new entrepreneurship, I didn't know or think to look that if there was an Hola Books already. There was, but I wasn't changing my name, so it's hola-books.com. um and and let's keep continuing to support each other. Let's evolve together, let's transform together, let's shift the culture together.
Yes. Let's evolve together. Let's grow together. Yeah. Because there's room for everyone, right?
Yes.
Like, so like don't be afraid to support someone. Like, listen, we are all in this together. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for
Thank you.
other collabs. Again, y'all make sure you check out the episode show notes for all the links. Heidi, thank you so much. And thank you everyone who was hanging out in the chat. And we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.